Well, yeah, you could run what's called the item movement report and identify how much you're profiting per item, right? So then through this item report, you could run it on a day-to-day basis and see which one of those is providing you the most amount of money. So it does have a column where you can say, okay, well, I've sold this particular new vodka that I just brought in, and each one of those is generating me an average of $1 or $2 a piece. So in comparison to maybe something that's not. So I would say that the item movement report would allow for you to identify there's room for me to make more money in this particular product versus these products that I'm consistently selling. And then you can make decisions whether or not to move them closer to that, maybe move them in the store to make them have more interest, or maybe they're just being neglected, or maybe it was like a person who just, it was a one-time buy. But that would be the best report that you can possibly reference, really just to see which ones are generating the most amount of money. In one of our charts, we have what's called a daily sales by the hour report. So we have a report that allows for you as a store owner to see when you're the busiest and how much you're selling and how many transactions you're processing and how much money you've made during those times you were open. It also has on our overview page your wages, and it'll set the wages against your profits, whether you're profitable or not. So you'll decide, maybe I shouldn't be open till 9 p.m. I should close at 8 because on average I only have one customer, and that one customer who shows up buys a bottle of this, and it doesn't, there's not enough profit to even pay for the help that I have waiting there the whole hour. Yeah, definitely through Cheers you can find that particular report. You can find also how you're doing on a day-to-day basis by the hour, and it'll also cross-reference last week. So you can predict what's gonna happen this week from last week. Like, how did I do last week today? Because, the weather's gonna be probably the same next week, pretty close to, something's not gonna change. So we wanna make sure we can just check the last week on how you're doing by the hour and how many transactions you're running. So definitely for a small business owner, sometimes they come in too early and sometimes they close too late. And if they're new to the business, that's a great chart to reference. Like, yeah, you know what, it's not worth it. Or maybe they should stay in the mornings till noon and then have somebody cover the major hours and then come to the last hour or last 2 hours and then close, so that they can save some money.